It's so hard to have a side business when you're working full time. If you're like me, you're probably working more than full time, and you also have a side business that needs your attention and your love and your focus. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the things I've done that have helped me in my small businesses for the past 20 years so that way I could succeed in all those ventures. Welcome back to Efficiency and Organization. This is the YouTube channel where everything is about being productive, efficient, organized, being well planned, being able to achieve major goals so that way you could succeed in basically every aspect of life. Okay, so let's get into it. How have I done this? So I have shared in past videos that I am a public school assistant principal. I put in at least 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes even on Saturdays into my job. But I also have two small businesses. One of them is fairly new. It's this basically channel and my website, which is educational content creation. I create content that can benefit people. And the second business is in the financial sector that I've had for, this will be my 20th year. So here's the thing, a couple of suggestions and tips that I want to give you. Number one, the side business has to be something that you really want to succeed. You have to, especially in the beginning, it is so hard, and you have to be committed for at least 1 year, preferably 3 years. So a lot of people want to start a side business, but then they let go after a few months because they see how demanding it is. So if you could just somehow find it in you to stick with it for, I would say, like a year to 3 years, see where it's going before you give up on it. So basically stay committed. My content creation business, it's going in the right direction, but in all honesty, it's not going fast enough for me. So I am a little bit frustrated, but if I wasn't making progress, I probably would have given up because, and plus it's been 2 years. I want to give it another year before I give it up. I probably won't because again, it's making progress. It's just not making as much progress quickly enough as I want it to. One of the best things that works for me personally, being able to run the businesses while working full time, is having set specific goals. So what I do is for each business, I basically say what I want to do with each, how much money I want to make, how many clients I want to serve and such, over like a 1 year period of time. So I have these written in an Excel form, and then I just check on them and monitor myself once a month. So the goals are very attainable, they're reasonable, they're not like outlandish. So for example, for my content creation business, my goal this year is to make a profit of $500. Now you might say, oh my gosh, that's very little money. Yeah, that is little, but for a business that's very difficult to grow in, and over just 3 years, to me, that's like very important. If I could achieve that, I'll be really happy. So if you could set like some kind of a 12-month goal, a 3-year goal, a 5-year goal for your side business, and then monitor yourself, monitor once a month, it's going to be very important for you to see if, to basically keep yourself on track and not give up on the business so quickly. Next is the time management. It is so crucial to have effective time management when you're trying to have a side business while working full time. So there's no time for any deviation. Everything has to be super well planned. So for example, when I get home, I already on my way home from work, I have a plan for what I'm gonna do as far as dinner for the family. Then it's time for me to invest all my attention into the businesses. First, I start with the financial. I invest about an hour and a half into that. Then I devote another hour and a half to 2 hours into the content creation business. If I can, if I have it in me, I give it even more. Some days it's so difficult. I'm so tired, I'm so sleepy, but I go, just push yourself, push yourself. I keep reminding myself. And then somehow I'm able to push through and do the to-do list that I have for each day. So that way I can make sure that the side businesses stay successful. Which brings me to the next suggestion, which is a to-do list. So let's say I came home, we had dinner, and I came here to my home office and I sat here and I was like, okay, now what do I do? If I didn't have a to-do list, if I wasn't consistent, I would just falter. So what I do is like a specific list of things that I need to do each day. And the list is not very big because I have to be able to manage to do it. If I force myself too much, I'm going to get burned out. So usually I have like 3 to 5 things that I need to do, and I make sure that it is possible to do those things in the time that I have each weekday. I do spend a lot of time on the weekends catching up with the businesses if needed. So it's hard for me to do like a lot of outings with friends and stuff. It's very hard for me to put a lot of time in social media, just like looking at people's things. I want to sometimes, but at the same time, I know that I'm focused. I really want the businesses to succeed. So that's why I stay away from those things. Be sure to celebrate your wins. So every time you meet a small goal, every time you are able to, like, let's say you have 3 things that are on the to-do list, you do them, celebrate yourself, whatever way that might be. Usually for me on Sunday nights, when I see that everything I wanted to accomplish that week I accomplished, I just sit in the backyard with like a glass of wine with some music, and that's my self-care basically. Celebrate your small wins and make sure that there's some time for self-care. I noticed in the past when I would overextend myself, if I stay up until midnight, 1 o'clock, and then get up again at 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock, then like it adds up. The lost sleep adds up and it affects my mood. It affects my overall mental well-being. And so that's why I'm very careful to monitor how I'm feeling, monitor my moods, and know when I need to make time for a little bit of TLC for myself, some self-care for myself. Now, if you like the content that I'm sharing with you, again, I'm going to ask that you subscribe, because that's one thing that we content creators need is subscribers. So that way our channels can continue to grow. And you could share the video with other people who have side businesses and maybe the information can help them. I would also suggest that you make a comment, like anything that you do if you have a side business that helps you. So make sure you share that, because see, the subscribers of Efficiency and Organization are not just subscribers. We're all part of a community and we're all trying to help each other to grow and thrive. So please be sure, if you have any good information to share, share it in the comments. I will catch you in the next video.